about black or white, cause we human. I hope we see the light before it's ruined. My ghetto gospel, but I'm less holy, cause I choose to pump a blunt and drink a beer with my homies. It ain't about black or white, cause we human. I hope we see the light before it's ruined. My ghetto gospel, before we find world peace, we gotta find peace in the war in the streets. My ghetto gospel, recollect, but from my hood days, I sit and reminisce, thinking the bliss of the good days. I stop and stare at the younger, my heart goes to them, and test it with stress that they under. We never really went through that, cause we was born BC, you and me before crack. And nowadays things change, everyone's ashamed of the youth, cause the truth looks strange. And for me it's reverse, we left them a world that's cursed, and it hurts. Cause any day to push the button, and all commit like Malcolm X and Bobby Hutton, die for nothing. Don't make it get teary, the world looks dreary. When you wipe your eyes, see it clearly. There's no need for you to fear me. If you take your time to hear me, maybe you can learn to cheer me. It ain't about black or white, cause we human. I hope we see the light before it's ruined. My ghetto gospel, but I'm less holy, cause I choose to pump a blunt and drink a beer with my homies. It ain't about black or white, cause we human. I hope we see the light before it's ruined. My ghetto gospel, before we find world peace, we gotta find peace in the war in the streets. Tell me, do you see that old lady, ain't it sad? Living out of bags, but she's glad for the little things she has. And over there, there's a lady, crack got her crazy. Guess it's giving birth to a baby. I don't trip and let her fade me. From out of the frying pan, we jump into another form of slavery. Even now I get discouraged, wonder if they take it all back, will I still keep the courage? I refuse to be a role model. I say go, take control, drink out my own bottles. I make mistakes, will learn from everyone, and when it's said and done, I bet this brother be a better one. If I upset you, don't stress, never forget that God isn't finished with me yet. I feel his hand on my brain when I write rhymes. I go blind and let the Lord do his thing. It ain't about black or white, cause we human. I hope we see the light before it's ruined. My ghetto gospel, but I'm less holy, cause I choose to pump a blunt and drink a beer with my homies. It ain't about black or white, cause we human. I hope we see the light before it's ruined. My ghetto gospel, before we find world peace, we gotta find peace in the war in the streets.
Ghetto niggas strutting with nothing but dreams, and Queens broke. Mac 10s, you can smell a PCP smoke. Melly Mel told it real in the music he wrote. Those were the days I remember. We used to be close, then I was 9. Coldest winter I remember was slipping in December, 2 feet of snow. Yeah, that's the East Coast. That black ice symbolized the rap life. It was slick and smooth. I understood I had to come from the hood, doing the Pee Wee Herman, the Smurf, before them phones chirped. The blocks, drugs flowing, didn't have your own work. You had to have somebody else's. A small chrome in your pelvis, starter jacket, blue Georgetown or green Celtic. Your girl's too expensive, she wants shellfish. Red Lobster was popping, standing on that line forever. I wish somebody would step on my belly leathers. Now it's whatever, hip-hop's forever. Kept my radio on 98 or BLS. Had a prepubescent lyric gift, but niggas never hear me spit. My little brother tried to warn him I was a tornado coming. He knew from inside like the eye of a storm, and told my pops about it. He gave us tickets to that Wild Style flick. Double Trouble retarded, we was the proudest. I never had a summer job, sweeping leaves, socks to my knees, homemade shorts, cut off leaves. I ain't worked a day in my life, wiping away eraser off the paper, man. I'm just trying to say it right. Big radio, tape slowing down, lower the lights go, battery dead. I gotta freeze them till they ice cold. In the freezer later, I'm staring at the speaker, sunk in them 808s deeper, cleaning my sneakers with the bristles of a toothbrush, soap and water. I let the shoestring soak in water.